Good morning, students. Today I have explained Standard 12, Subject Computer Studies, Lesson number 3, Designing Simple Website Using Composer, Part 2. Today's topic is creating a simple website using a composer. In earlier chapter, we discussed how to create a web page using Composer and use JavaScript for interactivity. We have also seen the general considerations while designing a website. Now we will see how to design and develop a small e-commerce website in Composers. Let us create a simple e-commerce website named School Plaza, which caters to the needs of the school going students. On our website, all the school related items like books, stationery, school bags, water bottle, lunchbox, file, folder, and other such related items are available and can be easily ordered. We will also create a shopping cart which will show us all the products and the total amount of the item that we have purchased. That is a home page of our School Plaza website page. And the next is a shopping cart of the website that we plan to design. Let us start to create our website step by step. To start with, we should first design for home page of our website. The home page of the website is the first page that opens when the user enters the URL address in the address bar of the browser. The home page of our website should list all the categories of the items that are available. Clicking on any of the categories will take us to another web page showing the items of that particular categories. To create the website, various designs which are known as templates are freely available on the internet, and we can easily download the templates and can customize them as per our needs. So let us start. To start with the designing of the home page, open Composer and create a new web page. To organize all the content and the image related to them, we'll start insert a table with single cell as shown in figure 3.3. The table will contain all the text and the images related to the website. To insert the table, go to insert menu and then table, select single cell, table, and press OK button. And then next step, save the web page with a subtitle. The title will be displayed on the title bar of the web browser. Here we have given the title as a School Plaza. Save the file with the name index.html. Generally, whenever we create the home page of the website, it is named as index.html. Every website is built inside directories on the web server, and each web page is a separate file on that the web server. Whenever the users type of URL of the website in the browser, say for example www.schoolplaza.com, your C does not specify the file to be opened, but the web server needs a default file name in order to display some content, and this default file is the page name index.html. Thus, when we type a URL without a file name, and the server looks for the default file and display it automatically. Now we will give a background color to the insert table. Select the table and the double click it alternately. We can also right click the table and select table cell properties. This will open table properties dialog box as on figure 3.4. That is a table properties dialog box. You can see two tabs, table and cell, which allow user to control several aspects of either the table or individual cells. You can see the cell related to a particular table. The options seen in the table tab are: first is a size, second is a border and shading, spacing, third is a table element, fourth is a caption, and fifth is a background color. Uh, Next, now select a background color on your choice as shown in figure 3.5. That is a table background color dialog box. Now to display the next school plaza and the related image, we will insert another table with one row and two columns. One of the column will display the text and the other display the images. Go to insert menu and then table. Select 1 by 2 table as shown in figure 3.6 and press OK button. Give a background color to the table. Now in the left cell we will insert a text, and in the right cell image. To insert image, select insert menu and then image. Alternately, you can click the image icon on the toolbar. This will open the dialog box as shown in figure 3.7. Specify the location of the image. Specify the alternative text in the input box. Otherwise, select the don't use alternate text radio button. In case you do not want to give alternate text, giving alternate text will display the text in the case the image is not displayed in the browsers. There is an important note. We have used an image named school11.jpg. Students may design their own image or use any other alternative image of their choice. Now select the dimension tab and select the custom size option. As we want to display the image in the whole cell, we will specify the height and width as 100% of the cell as shown in figure 3.8. Insert the text as shown in figure 3.9 in other cell. Figure 3.9 show the insert text and then images. First column, that is the school plaza, and second column, that means the picture, insert pictures. Now we will insert another table with two row and two columns to display the categories and new products. In the first row cell, type the text categories, and the second new products. Give a suitable color to the text by going to format menu and then text color. Figure 3.10 so the row with the text, and next in the second row just below the categories we will insert another table with single column and multiple rows. In this table we will insert different categories in each row, uh, like school bag, water bottle, and others. Give a suitable color to the text. Here we have insert a horizontal line to different view in the categories. To insert a horizontal line, and go to insert menu and then horizontal line. Also, the categories will be a link which take us to related page of the selected categories. We will make the link on the categories later on. Let us now create a table to add the images of the item and the related details in the cell below the new products. Insert the table depending on the items we want to display on the image. Here we have inserted table with 3 row and 3 columns. That means 3 by 3, figure 3.11. So the added table in the web pages. And the next we will insert another table in the bottom of the page for the details like about school plaza, feedback, contact us and sitemap. Create the table and insert the text, and this text will also be a link. Next, link properties. Link properties, that means uh, before inserting the image of the items and their details on the home page, let us create a link on the different categories. Clicking on a category will open the related web page. Open the index.html, and to create a link, select the school bag, go to insert menu and then link. This will open a dialog box as shown in figure 3.12. Under the link location option, select the file to be opened, schoolbag.html, and then press OK. Now let us insert the details of the new product in the home page in each cell of the table. We will insert an image of the item, name of the item, price, and add to cart checkbox and quantity text box. Insert the image and discuss earlier. Add the product name and the price. Now insert a checkbox by going to from the field. We will add an HTML attribute ID. ID, that means identification of the picture, and name B1 to the checkbox, which will be used in JavaScript later on. Add the table, add to cart, and then insert text box with initial value 1 and ID is a Q1. Add the label quantity. When the user select add to cart checkbox, the item and its quantity are saved in the shopping cart. Figure 3.13 show the details of the products added. And then most important notes, add the image related to the categories on the web page that we have created. Rest of the features remain the same. We have not shown the other web page is here. And next is a JavaScript to calculate total amount. That means when the users click on the purchase button, the script called the web page build.html, the JavaScript in build.html will calculate the total of all the items selected along with the total amount to be paid. Code string 3.2 so the JavaScript that calculate the total amount. Here we have defined a function myFund. The function is accepting the data from cookie and storing uh, it in an array. Then we are converting the data into number by using function parseFloat and add it to the total. Finally, we print the value of the total. Finally, the users click on the proceed to checkout button on the bill web page. This will ask the user to log in case he or she not log in or sign up to create an account. If he or she is not a registered user, the registration form can be created as I discussed in the earlier chapter. Later, the payment details can be entered as decided by owner. Generally, to handle such website, we will need to create a database which store the detail of the product, register user, login name, password, and other relevant details. That is a use for JavaScript to calculate the total amount. And then next is a publishing a website. Uh, Till now, we learned how to design a simple website using Composer. Now, let us see how to publish our website. To publish a website means to transfer the web page, image, and style sheet related to the site to a web server from which they may be accessed by the users. This process is generally called a uploading. We can upload the website if uh, we have an account on the web server. The internet service provider, that means ISP, offers a limited free space on the web server, and we can also buy space from professional hostings providers. Alternately, to upload the website, there are many web hosts that provide limited free space to the users. The free space can also be for a limited time period. We can register on these sites and can availing available in the free space. In our sample website example, we have optioned one of these free space providing and uploaded the website. To publish a sites, we need to know the settings for the space. To the set up the system, open the index.html page and go to file menu and then publish. This will open a publish page dialog box as shown in figure 3.14. That is a two tabs, publish and second is the settings. The following details are to be provided in settings of a publishing page dialog box. First, in the site name field, enter the name of the website. This name is only used for internal purpose by Composer to refer the website. Second, in the website information HTTP, that means hypertext transfer protocol address of your home page field, specify the actual web addresses of URL of the website. And third, publishing a server details are provided by the ISP, internet service provider, or the web host from where we have purchased the space. Type the publishing addresses. If connecting via FTP, then type the FTP address. And file transfer protocol FTP is the mean by which we can transfer the web page from the other computer of the web host. As discussed earlier, this is known as uploading or publishing. Provide the FTP username and passwords. The details shown in figure 3.14 been provided by the web host providing the free space. And then now click on the publish tab of figure 3.40. This will be open in dialog boxes on figure 3.15. Perform the step mentioned the below. First, select the site name from the drop down box. It is not selected. Second, enter page title if refers to the title of our index.html. Third number, provide the file name. Here, as index.html file is open, it will take the file name automatically. Fourth, if this web page needs to be in a subdirectory of our sites, enter in the site subdirectory field. Remember that some hosting providers require that you keep the web page in a separate directory like public underscore HTML. Fifth, specify the directory for the images. Generally keep the image in a folder in the same directory. And 6. Click publish the button. This will open publish dialog box. Publishing dialog box as on figure 3.16. That is a publishing dialog box. Composer will now upload the file and pop-up message will be shown when finished. After uploading, type the URL of the website in the browser and check the website. That is a publishing a website. And then now cookies. Cookie, that means a cookie is a variable that is stored on the user's computer, and they are useful as they provide feature to remember and track preferences, purchases, commissions, and the other information required for better visitor experience or site statistics. JavaScript can manipulate cookie using the cookie property of the document object. Cookies can be read, created, modified, and deleted. That is a cookie. And the next point is publishing a website. Uh, I explained uh, earlier. To publishing a website means to transfer the web page, image, and style sheets related to the sites to a web server from the which they may be accessed by the user, and this process is generally called a uploading. We can upload the website if we have account on the web server. The internet service provider, that means ISP, offers a limited free space on the web server. Alternately, you upload the website. There are many web hosts that provide a limited free space to the users, and the free space can be also be for a limited time periods. And the next topic is publishing a website. This topic is also explained. To publish a site, we need to know the settings for the space to set up the system. There is a file menu and then publish option to know and change it. Composer will upload the files and pop-up message will be shown when finished. After uploading, type the URL of the website in the browser and check the websites. And the other open source web development tools, I have explained the open source development tools, that is a Composer, and other tools are also developing the tools, website developing tools. We have many other open source web development tools which are freely available on the internet. Some of the open source web development tools are as following: Composer, Aptana Studio, Blue Griffon, and then Amaya. Yes, I have discussed one by one. First is Aptana Studio. Aptana Studio is a powerful open source IDE that means integrated development environment for building web applications. It is a complete web development environment which provides language support for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Ruby, Rails, PHP, Python, and many others. It also comes along with a large number of additional plugins. Aptana Studio 2.0 2.0.5, also known as the Aptana Studio 2, is currently used to develop web applications using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It can be easily downloaded from the website www.aptana.com. Figure 3.17. So the Aptana Studio interface. As in the figure, it can create a project in PHP, Rails, Ruby, or web. Figure 3.18 show the HTML code written in the interface. That is the interface of a Aptana Studio. You can develop a web page. And the next uh, figure 3.19, web page creating using a Blue Griffon. Blue Griffon is another free open source WYSIWYG HTML editor. It can be easily downloaded from www.bluegriffon.org. It supports languages like English, Dutch, German, Chinese, and many more. It is an intuitive application that provides web developers with a simple user interface which allow them to create attractive websites without requiring in-depth technical knowledge about web standards. Figure 3.19 so the interface of Blue Griffon version 1.6.2. We have created a simple form using the tools. That is the interface of a Blue Griffon. And the next is a Amaya. Amaya is another free open source WYSIWYG web editor developed by the World Wide Web Consortium. That means W3C. It was initially started as an HTML or CSS editor and has now grown into an editor for many XML based systems. It can be easily downloaded from www.w3.org slash Amaya. Figure 3.20, that is a web page created in Amaya. The source for the web page can be seen the window just below the design on the web page. That is the interface of a web page creating using a Amaya. Okay, students, this chapter is over. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.